Okay, so moving on to more editions. This is the only edition I've got of Gravedigger that's considered an X-ray Gravedigger, which we all got back in 2013 when, of course, after Gravedigger's 30th anniversary, Gravedigger colors started going back to normal. And a lot like the other series we've had called Undercovers, the X-ray body, truck bodies do come off, but I'm not going to make it happen right now because it would have been a lot of trouble to do so. And as for the X-ray trucks, they also have a metal base. And I forgot to mention, this Gravedigger over here I've shown you previously, this is the other one that I have in my collection that happens to have a metal base and everything. Okay, so moving on, we're going to get to more modern day Gravediggers with this one, which is the three-time champ Gravedigger, and no headlights on it. But either way, you can see it right there where graphics are starting to get a little bit better, and how it says three-time champion like that. And then we saw three-time champion again with the mud treads. This is the first mud truck I've gotten. You can see the graphics have gotten a lot better. Headlights filled in. And then this one's the same graphics except no muds and no longer a three-time champion but four-time champion. Reference to after Dennis won the 2010 racing champion. And so you can see there's a lot more flame coloring to it. But moving on to the present days, this is what it started to look like, where it started having less flame so it could get into the more realistic look. And the Monster Jam symbol, as you can see, changed, where it's now just Monster Jam, no longer Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam, as you can see. And during 2014, we've got it in other versions, like the Edge Glow Roll Cage, as you can see here, and one of my favorites, Track Ace. Of course, Hot Wheels has already discontinued Track Ace because not a lot of people were very happy with the fact that these wheels are made of plastic while the others are made of rubber. So that's why they got rid of those, even though they were on a lot of other trucks. So now we're going to go into the present day of Gravedigger. Starting in 2016 was when Gravedigger started getting better, because as you can see, this is the first new tool Gravedigger. As you can see very closely, it sits like a real Gravedigger, unlike the other Gravediggers, where the bodies and everything are straight, square, and pointy. This one's got a little bit more rounder headlights, while those are square. This one's over here a little bit more triangular, and that one's a little more straight. And the back over here, as you can see, it's cut off a little short than how it is where all these Gravediggers have it moving all the way down like that. I don't know why it took a long time for Hot Wheels and Mattel to fix those graphics and the look of Gravedigger up. So anyway, then we saw it again in Chrome, because yeah, this is the Gravedigger that Dennis Anderson drove, mostly during the 2006 season. So and then we saw it again in the Charlie Pock in green that he drove in the 2015 World Finals, known as World Finals 16 by then. And then we saw it again with the Grim Reaper look, where it just says bad to the bone and all. And you can see they got a muscular skeleton with a pick and shovel and everything else. And as for this look, we saw it again, once again back in the old tooling with the square and straight and pointy graphics, except this one's a Color Treads. And even though Color Treads got introduced back in 2016 last year, this is the only truck to receive green Color Treads, where other Color Treads would be blue, orange, and purple. I expected Gravedigger to have purple, but this is the only one to have received green Color Treads. And then eventually we'd talk about throwback graphics. Probably we'll talk about throwback graphics at the end, but very clearly, things are being more clear to read. So the last time throughout 2016 we saw the old tooling was in this color, purple, reference to the truck that Colton Eichelberger drove in World Finals number 16 in 2015, and when Morgan Kane and Cole Renard started driving I was hoping that this would be the truck Morgan Kane would drive. But I guess they decided to change the colors. As you can see, along with colored treads and this one, these were the very first I've ever gotten to have BKT tires on them. And then moving into 2017 this year, we have the triumphant return of the new look on Gravedigger, where it looks realistic. You can see right there the Monster Jam symbol changed to the newer one. And that's also where we got comparison graphics. We're on the old, where the new tool Gravedigger is, we got fuzzy graphics, but on the old tool Gravedigger, the graphics have become a lot more clear. In fact, they're a lot more clearer compared to these graphics over here. So yeah, you see how these graphics on this old tool Gravedigger are fuzzy, but these are more clearer, where you can read the tombstones and see everything else. So that's what Monster Jam OCD means by saying throwback Gravediggers. And then we saw graphics fuzzy and clear again in orange. And yes, this is the Gravedigger that Morgan Kane drove in World Finals number 17 last year. You can see it in the new tool Gravedigger with fuzzy graphics, and the old tool Gravedigger with the much clearer graphics and all. And then the last Gravedigger to show you in my evolution video, since it's Monster Jam's 25th anniversary. Of course, this was one of the trucks to receive the Silver Series and everything, in which I think is very awesome. Even though we do have other Silver Series trucks besides just Gravedigger, we got a Silver Series Max D, El Toro Loco, Avenger, and Mohawk Warrior. Can't wait to see what else the Silver Series throws us. I just hope they throw us another Gravedigger with the new tool body. But other than that, there you have it. That is my entire evolution of Gravedigger right there. So I will admit that is a lot more to cover than I ever imagined. So I hope you enjoyed this video. So thank you very much for watching. Until next time, this is Cameron at Pinchy08, signing and pinching out.